Good evening and Jai Hind, dear kids. Today I'm going to narrate a story of crane. Yes, do you know, children? Who is crane? A crane is a bird with a long beak and the cunning fox. Once in a deep forest lived a fox and a crane who were good friends. They played in the river and even hunted together. One day, the fox invited the crane for dinner to his house. The crane was very happy that he was going to his friend's house for dinner. He bathed himself and brushed his feather before leaving. The fox welcomed the crane and they sat down for dinner. But when the food was served, the crane got a shock. The crane was served his food in a flat plate. How am I to eat? He thought. He could not even taste the food. He just sat there with his mouth open, looking at the fox, who licked and slurped off his dinner. After dinner, the fox asked the crane, "How was the food, my friend?" The crane just smiled and said, "Oh, it was great, my friend. Thank you." The next day, the crane invited the fox to his house for dinner. The fox thought, "My friend was a fool to leave his food when he came, but I will eat everything." So the fox traveled across the forest to the crane's house. The crane greeted him warmly and laid down the dinner. The fox's eyes opened wide in disbelief. The fox was served in a narrow-necked jar. Now the crane put his long neck and beak in the jar and happily started eating. But the fox could not sit and watch. After dinner, the crane also asked, "How was the food, my friend?" The fox suppressed his anger and disappointment and said, "Oh, it was indeed a fine dinner." He then turned out and ran away. The crane laughed after the fox left and said, "Serves you right, my friend." The moral of the story is tit for tat. I hope you enjoyed the story. Good night.